recording. Yeah, properly and all. And looks like audio's good. Okay. This is it.
Okay.
This is
no
it.
turning back now.
No, this is it. If you came, this is what you're getting. In 3, 2, 1.
Now, a computer for women. How did the idea come about?
I had the idea in a dream originally, and then the next night I dreamt about it again. Then I probably had the same dream for the next 40 or 50 nights, and I thought, yes, I'll do that.
And that became the Petticoat 5?
Yes, the Petticoat 5. It's a computer made by women for women.
Don't look at it.
The morning stream. It's totes fat.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream for Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson, that Brian Ibbs guy.
5?
5? See, it wouldn't surprise me because I spent all night tossing and turning. Here's the problem, Brian. I don't mind a little toss and a turn once in a while. When I was younger, I would toss.
Yeah.
This is the wrong word to be using, isn't it?
Yeah. I really like the path you're going down, but I'm not going down there with you.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here from the sidelines and
Don't really
see where
blame
this
you.
ends up.
Don't really blame you. So, all right, let me rephrase that.
Sure.
I don't mind waking up in the middle of the night because usually back in the day, I just roll over.
Having a toss.
Yeah, having a toss. And I just roll over and then I go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of nice because it's like, oh, I'm not actually have to get up. I'm gonna lay. I'm gonna sleep again. That used to be the way.
Mm-hmm.
My brain
That was
doesn't
the
work
way.
like that now. It doesn't work like that now. What happens now is
No, you wake up.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, it's only 3:30. Okay, I got some time to get some more sleep. Good. And then when I get up, I'm going to be working on that ad for that client, and then I've got to get stuff ready for Coverville. I got to get a thing ready for TMS Babel Royale, and then your brain just starts doing all that stuff. And
yeah, it's bad. And mine
It's
mix mine in with some insanity, and I'm not kidding. Like, I think about the things you're talking about, like, okay, I got that to do tomorrow, or these shows are coming up, or I need to make a decision about this or whatever. Those are all happening too. But then on top of it, psycho stuff like, for some reason, A Whole New World from the Disney soundtrack is playing in my head. Through the whole process of me thinking of these things.
and if you can focus on that, that's a good thing to do. For a while, what was working for me was remembering the lyrics to "I've Just Seen a Face" by the Beatles and singing that in my head, because it clears out all those other things that are fighting their way to get into your mind. And if you can narrow it down to "I can show you a world shimmering
Shining
something
with
and
something,
glistening.
Yeah.
Are you listening?"
There's something
Anyway.
carpet ride, a whole new world. Yeah.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Yeah, like I need to learn some techniques because it's bad right now. It's bad.
That's a way to do it. If you just focus on song lyrics, then that can solve it.
What's weird is how songs...
is my camera not focusing? Death Note, Natasha.
Oh, I don't know. They focus on weird things. The chat room. They're in focus. They're definitely.
They're in
focusing.
focus. They're hyper focused.
So I know.
Well, I did restart my computer and webcam settings.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'll happen. Yeah. Here's the thing though. Like, another song popped into my head that I haven't heard in, I don't know, months. It's a song by Five Finger Death Punch, and it's called "A Little Bit Off Today" or something like that. And it's from their most recent album, and it goes, "I'm a little bit off today. I'm a little bit off today." And it just is an earworm when you hear it. But why my brain decides, hey, that thing you heard 6 months ago, what if I just randomly pulled that out of the recesses of your goo and played it? How about that?
It's like your brain is saying, hey, remember that song by Five Finger Death Punch? Remember that song by Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah, and then I'm walking around the house all morning taking care of dogs and stuff going, "I'm a little bit off today." And my wife's like, "You are a little bit off today. Like, you're totally a little bit off today."
Oh, I get earworm songs in my head all the time. What was the one I had? God, I can't even remember the one I had today, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's I'm pouring my coffee here. Maybe it's better if I don't, because then I won't be able to get it. I must have finally gotten it out of my head.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't want. Do we want to go up to that precipice and give it to you again? And have you...
Exactly, and say, "Hey, remember that song you were thinking about this morning? Couldn't stop thinking about it. It's back, and better than ever."
Yep, I'm a little bit off today. It's actually a really good song. I recommend that album. Actually, their new album is very good. Their 2020 album. I don't know how new it is. It's not that new. But anyway, all right. We got an email from a listener who I wanted to showcase here a little bit.
Okay.
Says this. This is all about us basically making the argument that you and I need to be watching more Australian children's programming.
I've been telling myself that for years, and so I'm glad that I finally have some corroboration. So struth, mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a children's TV program. This is a TV's children's program.
It's not a TV program. This is a TV program.
Man, I got to tell you, I'm sorry. This just reminded me of something. I beat Mad Max the video game, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And it took me forever to do it, but when I finally did it, it was just great, really satisfying. And I'll probably 100% everything. I like all the side stuff and everything. And in that game, there are times where you got to get intel from people around the wastelands who know something about a camp you need to attack or something.
Okay.
And so you go talk to them. They're just in the weeds or kind of hiding out with binoculars or something. And you go over there and you find them and you talk to them. They all do your Australian accent.
So in other words, it's a bunch of American dudes who only know a gruff somewhere between Crocodile Dundee and the guy who dared you to knock a battery off it. Or no, I guess it was Robert Wagner did the dare you to knock the battery off my shoulder.
Right, I forgot. I've mixed
the other guy who did Energizer. It'll surprise you. The
who was that?
Australian wrestler.
Oh, it was a wrestler. That's what
it was. A wrestler with spiky blonde hair.
I think they called him Old Spiky Blonde Hair. Is what they
called
him.
Spiky blonde hair.
So anyway, so they're all doing that, and you're right. I think they sound like Avalanche employees, the people that made the damn game, and they have regular highfalutin, like highly paid VO actors doing Australian accents for the main cast of the game. No problem. All the major story bits are all sound like super legit. But when you go talk to a guy in a bush, he's like, "Oi, mate. You're the one they talk about what has the gun," and like it's just the most ridiculous over-top thing, and it's you every time.
That's awesome. Yeah. Love it. Great. So in a weird, I'll hopefully be collecting those residual checks at some point soon.
In a weird way, you played that game with me in a weird way.
A couple of clarifications. Jacko is the Australian wrestler whose name I was trying to remember, and Robert Conrad was the dare you to knock this battery off my shoulder, not Robert Wagner, not
Conrad.
Hart, Mr. Hart. Mr. Hart.
Hold on a second. Is Robert Conrad the father of Thanos?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of
he was just in that thing you recommended
last year.
Life
in Pieces. Yeah, no, that's definitely not Robert Conrad.
Think of his name. He's an old actor, still handsome at 80 or whatever.
Yes.
Wild Wild West was Robert Conrad.
Brolin, right.
Oh, James
Brolin.
Not
Brolin.
James Brolin is Josh Brolin, a.k.a. Thanos' dad. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Fair enough.
Robert Conrad was in Wild Wild West. He was in Baba Black Sheep. Basically, if you had a TV show that had repeating words in the title, he was your man.
That was your guy? That's who you hired?
That was your guy. Yeah.
Your go-to? What was his partner's name? Cornelius? Amadeus
Guggenheim. Yeah, Cornelius Amadeus Guggenheim. Uh-huh. You thinking about Ross Martin?
I don't know who I'm thinking of. I love that
in
show.
Wild Wild West.
Artemis Gordon is the name I was trying to think of.
The character.
Character name, yeah. It's nothing like what I was thinking. Anyway, so this Australian kid show, we're back to that now.
Yes. Oh, that's right. There was an original email that sparked all this.
What's great is they didn't leave a name, but it says this. Scott, I always get a kick when you talk about kid shows you're watching. Check out Bluey on Disney+. It's funny, touching, enjoyable by all ages, and Australian. Cheers, mate. P.S. I'm not Australian. He said cheers, mate, so I assume he's maybe British.
Right, but no, he's not. So good thing we didn't read this email as if he were Australian and then get to the end and say I'm not Australian.
Well, if we did, it'd be you reading it because I can't do it. I can't do Australian accents at all.
Check out Bluey on Disney+.
It's not blowy, right? It's bluey? Bluey.
Blowy. Yeah. That's how it comes out in my accent.
Right.
Blowy.
The Australians say blowy.
That's not a blowy. That's a blowy. And his partner Handy.
I'm gonna check it out because I like weird kids cartoons, ones that are clearly not meant for me. They're meant for 4-year-olds, but there's something about the way that they talk to a 4-year-old that works for me in a strange, like what's it like? It's like a Terry Gilliam movie. I get the same kind of vibe out of a Terry Gilliam movie out of I'm trying to think of somebody else like that. Like the Meaning of Life Monty Python movie just leaves you feel a little disconcerted.
Yes,
really
right.
young, weird kids.
Fargo
cartoons.
does that to me.
Fargo's like that. Yeah, there's a level of quirk that you can't quite define. It makes me want to.
Right. It's like a little I like being slightly uncomfortable when I watch some shows. Better Call Saul at times has that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should have won a bunch of awards. You know what they're going to do there? They're waiting until that season until that series ends, and then they'll just dump it on them, just like they did Schitt's Creek.
It's it was so much good stuff up for Emmys, and this was a really good Emmy list.
Mm-hmm.
The actual award show was hit and miss, but the actual list of shows is really, really good.
But here's the thing, like, it's starting to be a pattern. And so it's making the awards less powerful for me when you start to see the pattern. The pattern is this. The show goes for 5, 6, 7 seasons, and the entire time it gets nominated, but it never wins during that time, or maybe you give it 1 or 2. But then the last season, they give them everything. Breaking Bad did this. Schitt's Creek just did this. Game of Thrones had a bit of that, although it was more spread out, I guess. But
I think that it's
because they're going to do it with Better Call Saul. I guarantee you, next year it sweeps everything. I guarantee, in whatever.
Well,
categories
and if the last season is good and well deserving, then that's fine. I mean, I feel like it's not something you can count on. It's not something, if you're a show producer, you can say, don't worry, we'll win all the Emmys when we finish our last season. But
that's true. They got to work.
But there do feel like there are examples of this. I just don't think it's something that is so frequent that that it has to diminish your already diminished appreciation of Emmys as it is mine. I look at Emmys as like, here's all the nominees. Here's a list of shows that if I haven't checked out, I should check out. Like, I can't wait to check out the Issa Rae Insecure show. I hear that's really good, and this is kind of like, once again, I get confirmation. It's not enough that I see her in every crossword puzzle, New York Times crossword puzzle I do, but now I need some Issa Rae TV show to
Is that true?
Well.
She shows up in the crosswords all the time?
Yeah, Issa is a really good, ISSA is a really good 4-letter, lots of letters that use for going the other direction. Like, it's good for your crosses if you need some downs kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you mean. Structurally, it's a good little placement there.
Structurally, it's a good word. Exactly.
Interesting. I would have never known that.
I might even check out Euphoria, even though I hear it's a hard watch.
It's a very hard watch. I only got 3 episodes in, and I couldn't do it after that. And I have a pretty good tolerance. It just, I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. They really go. I don't know how to explain that show. Did you ever? Your wife was into it. Did you ever watch any of the Grey's Anatomy there? The Grey's Anatomy?
Only accidentally when she was watching and I happened to be in the room.
So there was a dude in later seasons that was another hunky, handsome guy. Mm-hmm. I don't remember his character name in the show, but it wasn't the main hunky dude everyone liked. It was another new guy.
Not McSteamy, but maybe, or not McDreamy, but maybe this is McSteamy.
McSteamy or is it McSteamy? Okay, so it is McSteamy.
Sure glad there wasn't a McCreamy.
He's a. I mean, maybe there was, and I don't know. But anyway, so McSteamy there, he's a good-looking feller, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And my image of him is a lot like yours in that I saw him only sparingly when Kim would watch it. I would sort of catch bits and pieces, but he was just kind of an ass, and he slept with everybody, and he was whatever. But you know, heart of gold kind of character sort of thing. And in the end, he'll do the right thing sort of thing. In this in this show, in Euphoria, oh man, he is the most evil, gross dude. I can't.
I like that. I like it when actors do that. What was the movie with James Franco?
It's-
Summer
oh,
something.
right, the one with the
He's like
all those girls in it.
Yeah, Vanessa Hudgens and
All the Bieber girls.
all the the Bieber harem.
Yeah, the Bieber harem. What was it called?
I can't remember.
Summer.
Like summer.
Spring Break. Was it Spring Break?
Spring Breakers. Spring Breakers.
Breakers. That's it.
Yeah, and he was really scungy, horrible dude, and
Yeah, he was bad in that. I mean,
Yeah.
good, played good.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that movie is also
I like,
another one.
that. I like
that kinda
turns
left
like that.
That movie left me squirming a little bit.
And that's a very good example of an uncomfortable movie.
Yeah, you might like if you liked that. You might like Euphoria actually, because Euphoria
If
feels
you
a bit like
like-
that. Yeah. If you like this, you'll like that. All right. Well, I'll check
Like,
out your Bluey.
people are still shouting out James Franco movies. 127 hours.
Oh,
Is that it?
Yeah, 48 hours. That's the one. Didn't he do the one everyone tells me to see and never saw that's him and what's his name I should see is the Pineapple Express. I never saw that.
Well, him and Seth Rogen.
Is that
I'd
worth
say the one
seeing?
you should see if you haven't seen it is The Imposter. No, what's the one? It's the
Oh, the Kim Jong Il thing.
no, not the interview. The
Oh.
it's the one where he's Tommy Wiseau doing The Room.
Oh, the Room.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something that had Seth Rogen in it.
I know. Yeah.
What's it called?
The fake artist. So the something artist. The
Fake
disaster artist.
Disaster
Thank
artist.
you. Oh, got it. Got it just after Dreadnecks typed it in chat.
Oh, hi, Mike.
The imposter artist.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
if
meant
you
to
haven't
see
seen that, that's great. That's really, really good.
Tim and his brother, right? His brother plays Mark or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Yeah, and it's funny because James Franco's so made up that you don't right when you see the two Franco brothers side by side, you're like, God, they look almost identical.
Yeah.
But James is so made up as Tommy Wiseau in that movie. He's unrecognizable, nearly unrecognizable as James Franco.
Huh. It's like Monster for Charlize Theron. Remember that?
Yes,
She
I
was the
totally
serial
remember
killer.
that.
She looked like a potato. Speaking of potatoes, we got an email here.
Yep. Let's talk potatoes.
Yeah. This is a weird one, so we got to read it. This is from Typical Feet 98. I'm going to assume he was born in 98 and his feet are average. That's what I'm going to guess from his name. Typical Feet 98. He says this. Hey guys, today I had a potato that had a hard shell bug in the middle of it.
Ew.
It was dead, of course, as we had baked these potatoes and baked them good.
We baked those potatoes and we baked them good.
Baked them good. I stared at the bug for a good long time and eventually decided to just go ahead and eat it. Was this a terrible idea? Was it the right thing to do? Where do the hosts of the best morning show on the planet stand? Thanks, Typical Feet 98. Well, Typical Feet.
Just stared at the bug
Yeah.
and then just decided to eat it.
Yeah, just said, you know what's already in here? I've already eaten half this potato, I assume. I'm just going to go ahead and eat the bug.
Usually when you spot the bug, it gives you ample time to decide not to eat it and flick it, off your plate or whatever. But
I wouldn't eat it, is my answer.
yeah, I certainly wouldn't like ponder it for a while and then go ahead and eat it.
I think
I'm wondering what was the decision process, the pros and cons. Like, well, it's a bug. Not supposed to eat bugs.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's baked really well.
Right. We baked it good.
Did good.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
that whole potato's done as far as I'm concerned. You're done. Like, I don't think I'm eating
Oh, really?
that. Yeah, I'm not eating that potato.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the rest of that potato away. I'm not just digging the bug out. I might try another potato, but you know what? I might take a break from potatoes for a couple of meals.
I
after
think
that.
I might too. Yeah. Hey, here's a riddle for you, Scott,
Go.
from my younger years. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple?
A hard-shelled beetle in your potato.
No, finding half a worm in your apple.
Oh, Lord. I forgot. Actually, I knew that. I forgot. That was an old-time joker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an old timey
Yeah, I
joke.
like it. It's good. Anyway, I may not eat potatoes just hearing this story. So thanks for that.
At least my fries don't have bugs in them. My French fries.
Oh, that's true. They get fried out of there if they do.
It was a Bazooka Joe joke. It's not even a dad joke, Icor. Like, Old dad jokes are called Bazooka Joe jokes.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Bazooka Joe jokes are a different kind of level than your
They really are.
your dad jokes.
So
By
what
the
was
way,
the thing-
speaking. Oh yeah, go ahead.
There was a thing called Mighty Funny. Where was Mighty Funny? Do you remember Mighty Funny?
No.
He was like a superhero,
Mm-mm.
and he made really bad pun kind of jokes. And then at the end, the last panel was, "Ha, that's mighty funny."
Oh my gosh, really? Every time they just keep
Yes.
using it?
Oh man, I gotta find that.
Well-
It was like, was it a newspaper?
Might have been. We'll ask our guest after this.
Yeah, we should.
Ryan Dunaway, you ever hear of Mighty Funny? Does that sound familiar?
That it sounds familiar, but I don't know if I'm confusing it with Bazooka Joe or if there was like a competitor that had created this this.
It was
alternate
definitely a
Bazooka Joe.
competitor. It was like alternate timeline Bazooka Joe.
Right.
There's
Right.
by the way, I just put in our Discord and in the chat room
Yeah.
a photo of Mighty Funny going, "That's mighty funny."
That's well. See, now you don't know. He actually said, "That's mighty funny." He might have just said, "It's mighty funny." You know,
Mighty Funny.
you've implied and put forth that that's what it is.
Oh, I really dislike his design though. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
I'll
He
have
looks
to
like a-
I'll take a look in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal. If is he like a is he a cloud?
I don't know what he is.
He,
He's got like a clown
Now I definitely
face.
want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
got
I
a-
don't know.
It's all barrel
The
chested.
mini page. That's right. Oh my God, the mini page. Okay,
Oh, the
that was the
mini
thing that came in
page.
your newspaper, right? And it was like a little one-page newspaper for kids, and it
Well,
had
that
its
sounds
own
more like
comic
something that would
section.
be in. That sounds like something that would be in like highlights or something.
Oh, highlights is like a big magazine version of the mini page, a full magazine
Right.
of the mini page.
Right.
I
But,
And
remember-
quite the joy for any young man who is in the doctor's or lady
yeah.
in the doctor's office
Yeah, come on now. Could be
looking for
ladies.
some entertainment.
Yeah, could be ladies. Always a possibility. Could be ladies.
God, the mini page.
Anyway, we're gonna play.
Anyway,
Battle
that's a
Royale.
whole.
Oh wait. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh hi, Brian. Hey, look who it is!
Oh,
It's
hi,
Brian
Brian.
Dunaway. It's our
Oh,
old
that
pal
was-
from
it
all
was
the way
in there.
the-
Had to get it out.
He's
Oh.
in the South, down there in South Carolina, and he's joining us today for Babel Royale, where we play a little contest and try to win prizes for our listeners. Speaking of which, we have one on the line right now. Let's find out who this is. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hi, this is Dwayne.
Hello.
I'm from out near St. Louis, and I'm Bro Baby in the chat.
Vro baby or Vro baby, right?
Vro
Bro,
baby.
VRO.
Vro baby.
Vro baby. I want to say every time I glance at the chat and see his name, for a hot second I just say bro, so then it just burns into my head, and so when I see
I actually
it,
like
just
Bro
think,
Baby. That's kind of
Bro
cool. Like
Baby.
like a really tough kind of baby. They're like, what's up, Bro Baby?
Yeah, bro
It's
baby.
kinda-
Baby.
But now we're talking Vro baby. Well, it's good to have you here, Vro baby, and we're happy to have you representing St. Louis in this event today. Brian Ibbett will explain how this works and what you could win.
That's right, Scott. So I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic. They're going to go back and forth with answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Bro baby, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic today. You are playing for a prize package. Did that on too much coffee. You're getting one of those.
Oh, that's
Gonna put this. I'm putting this right in a bag right now and shipping it off to you.
Exactly. Padded envelope containing my belch and duck.
Oh,
The
Steve
Fear
the Duck.
Steve,
Steve
the
the Duck.
official Fear Steve Duck, Steve the Duck, signed by Scott Johnson. Look at that.
Oh, man, I don't remember
nice.
even signing him. That's amazing. I must have done it
Yeah.
at the event or something.
Must have. And I mean, this is still mint. Like it's a Beanie Baby, still has its tag on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And a bag of Candle Hearth Haven lychee black tea. This is good stuff. This is a blend that's made with red lychee, a sweet berry from China, and is sure to satisfy. And this
you
is
holding the
good
duck
stuff.
up made you all blurry again.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. You're just all blurry now.
Oh, I went blurry because
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, now you're
Of
good.
course.
It's back to normal. Anyway, that's great. What an awesome prize package.
That is a great prize package, right
Physical
there.
prize package. Hope you don't live in Canada or outside the U.S.
Yeah,
That's
no
right.
kidding.
Nope. St. Louis is just fine.
Yep.
That's right.
But you don't automatically get that, Dwayne. No, you have to work for it. Here's what you have to do. You have to predict who's going to win based on the topic that I'm about to give you. This one comes to us from Dreadnext. Logan Larson says, so in the history of main series Mega Man games, Mega Man 1 through 11. We don't count the DOS games, Game Boy games, the Mega Man 10 series, or any other spin-offs, cartoons, or Mega Man X. Sorry.
Well,
There have
holy
been-
crap! Wait, you haven't even started the question
I haven't
yet,
started the question
and
yet.
I am already like,
That's all right. I'll
tossed.
make it easy for you.
All right.
There
Right,
have
go
been
ahead.
86. There have been 86 Robot Masters programmed by Dr. Wily to defeat Mega Man. Mega Man.
Mm.
Of these 86, only one of them is a woman. Her name is Splash Woman from Mega Man 9. All the others feature the word man at the
where's
end.
the question starting this dang old question?
Can you name all the other Mega Man Robot Masters? All 85 of them. Splash Woman doesn't count because she's a
But
woman.
she's a woman.
Yeah.
Why?
She
Why?
broke that.
Why did
she
we?
broke
well,
that
that's-
mega glass ceiling.
That's right. That's a hard thing
why
to
did
do.
we pick? Why did we take that one away? That's so evil.
Mega Man. Look, Brian.
I
Mega
don't know.
Man is a Mega Man's world. It's hard to break
It
in.
is a mega. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without Splash Woman or a girl.
I used to hate Elvis song. All right. Well, this feels challenging.
Yeah. So, Bro Baby, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win this one?
I think Scott's going to win this one, but I want Brian to go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
like
thanks
that.
a lot.
I like the cut of your jib.
So, geez. All right. So that means I'm going to have to ask you to repeat at least 90% of that question, which went on all kind of crazy crap like.
All right. Name.
Not Mega Man X, and not Mega Man 2, and not Mega Man 82, and
All right. So you're naming Robot Masters from Mega Man 1 through 11, but
Gotcha.
not Mega Man X series or the DOS games or Game
Oh.
Boy games.
okay. All
So
right.
basically, if it was Mega Man with an actual number after it,
Right.
then it counts.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense because the 10 is
All
not,
right.
or X is not a 10. It was always an X.
It's an X. Yeah, exactly. It was confusing to me too that they did that. And,
Robot Masters.
Speaking of X's,
Well, everybody
by
in
the
the
way,
okay.
I gotta tell you,
everybody in the
I gotta tell you
Mega
something
Man
funny. I gotta
universe,
tell you something funny, real
except-
quick. Let me tell you something funny.
What's that?
Yesterday,
Do it.
we had the Xbox pre-orders, right? That was going on.
Mhm.
Yes.
My Amazon reported a 757% increase in sales of the Xbox One X.
Yes.
Right,
Wasn't that
so-
great?
Whoops.
I think there are some parents who don't know what they're ordering and ordered the wrong console. That's the
or
problem.
people
with this
or
X
people
business.
just not paying attention in a hurry, whatever, and saying,
Yeah.
oh my God, they have them on sale. I'm gonna grab one now and,
Yep.
and hurry and pay without really
Yep.
thinking about it.
You got a last gen console. Well done. All right. Anyway, Dunaway. Sorry, you were sussing this out before.
Yes,
we
you
know.
get to
Sussing this
start.
out.
Oh, and you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys a mulligan token you can use
Good.
if you tell me which
Oh.
Mega Man game the robot you're naming comes from.
Okay.
And then you can use that as a mulligan.
All
How's
right.
that?
All right.
That's not too bad. And
Well-
you said who was out? You said that
X,
Splash
X-
Woman.
No,
Splash
X.
Woman. Yeah. Splash
Oh yeah,
Woman.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha,
Sorry.
gotcha.
Here's a hint. Blank Man.
Yeah. That's the whole gimmick. That's the whole gimmick for Mega Man. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's got a man last name, kind of like the
Right.
opposite of the John he did
John's. Right.
on Buckaroo. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with Bomb Man from the original Mega Man. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
You can do that. That's what you're going to do.
That's
what
what
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna do.
Okay.
Correct from Mega Man 1, and you've earned yourself a mulligan token.
Sweet.
Nice. Well done. I should play this. All right. I just know names. I don't know games they're in.
That's fine.
So I think Proto Man is a memory I have.
Proto Man is definitely
Proto Man.
not in this list.
Shut up.
What? No, come on.
Shut up.
I thought, hold on a second.
Has to
'cause
be in
I'm-
there.
I'm not seeing it in my list. And
Really?
There has to be
Yeah,
a Proto
hold on.
Man. Unless he's not from the X series or the other ones.
hold on.
He might be from the X series.
No.
Let's see.
This can't be.
First appeared in the 1990 video game Mega Man 3. Oh, but he was okay. You know what? I'm going to give it to you because he. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see why now you would be wrong.
He's really known as Breakman, and he is at the end of Mega Man 3. Dr. Light reveals that Breakman's actual name is Proto Man and that he's Mega Man's older brother.
Okay,
Oh,
that,
Now, here's the deal. I don't have Proto Man or Break Man in this list,
what?
but I am, because he must have been, was he like a final boss or
Right.
something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He's part of the story because I remember.
But he's still
Here we
one
go.
of
I mean,
the-
it says right here.
too, but I don't remember.
Proto Man
in
is
the
the
game.
first robot master created by Dr. Light, even before Mega Man himself was created. Because he's in here as a robot master, absolutely giving it to you.
Okay.
I don't know why he's not on this list, but
Yeah,
Proto
he's
Man we're
like-
counting. So
He's like lore for Data. Data's lore is what he is.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the proto. He's literally prototypical. He's proto.
He's proto. He's
man.
proto. See, you tried too hard. You tried too hard. You tried to go hard in there.
I
hitting
like
hard.
that. Your first one off the bat is like the
The question
asterisk, the
It's only-
asterisk Mega Man
That
villain.
is so annoying. All right, Dunaway, you're on.
Oh God, now I'm nervous. Now
Should be.
Now I'm worried. Now I'm gonna go with just the simple stuff. I think
Please
I'm
do.
just gonna go with Bubble Man.
Bubble Man, yes. And since you've already got a
Mulligan.
token, doesn't matter, but he came from Mega Man 2.
First one.
Bubble Man.
No, it's two. It was in the second one. All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, I remember one called Blade Man, I believe.
Yes.
Oh gosh,
I
this
didn't like-
pause.
I didn't like how long you paused
I
on that
didn't
one.
like it at
That
all.
scared the crap out of me.
Mega Man 10, Blade Man.
Wait,
Very good.
10. Can we do 10?
Yeah, 10
You
is
can do
fine.
10, you just can't do X.
Can't do the X. But is it
Yes.
X10? That's where I was
No.
getting confused.
No.
Yeah, no, X is a separate series. It's separate
Yeah.
from Mega Man 10.
No, I
It's
played.
confusing, I know.
Right.
Menton.
I
Because I
played.
think there's even a Mega Man X2 and a Mega Man
Right.
X3. Yeah.
I remember playing 10, but I don't remember any of the characters other than Blade Man. Most of the stuff I played was when I went back and replayed some of the older stuff.
I just remember the dumb ones.
That's
Mhm.
yeah.
Like it just jumps out at me how stupid that stuff is. They're like
one was
Pokemon
cool.
without any
How about
thought.
there were some stupid ones, like Bubble Man. Gonna go with. God, am I remembering this correctly? I feel like I'm confusing this, and I'm gonna say it stupidly because I'm like, am I getting confused with the X-Men? I'm going with Iceman, even though for some reason I'm like, that can't be right. How'd they get away with that? Is it? I don't know. Iceman. That's my answer.
Is that your
That's
final
my answer. Shut up. Just tell me, am I wrong or not? Am I winning or what?
Yes, Mega Man 1 had an Iceman. Absolutely.
I would have never.
I was
known.
so worried it was gonna be like Frozone Man or something stupid.
Cold Man. All right. Let's go with. I almost called him Scissor Man. There's a dumb one that has scissors on his head, and I think his name is.
Edward Man.
Oh no, is it Scissor Man? Hold on, now I've confused
Scissor
myself.
Man. If that's not what it's
Or Cutter Man, Clipper Man, Clip Man.
Clipper.
Shut up. Cutter Man.
Cut Man.
I'm gonna say Cut Man. I don't know if that's right.
Cut Man do.
There's a
It's
guy with
absolutely
scissors.
right. Cut Man,
Is it
Mega
Cut
Man.
Man?
It is Cut Man.
Oh
Mega Man.
wow.
I'm not gonna help him out.
I don't blame you. That's
Oh,
great.
my
Oh
gosh.
God. Now I'm getting nervous too because they use so many basic ones.
I really thought it was Scissor Man.
And now I'm starting to forget because I've done the one I just did, and I'm thinking maybe I need to hit some of the elementals, but then I'm afraid that Scott's already named one of them, and now I'm going with Fireman.
Oh
Sure,
man.
Fireman.
Fireman.
Yes,
Sorry, say it.
Fireman,
Oh.
Mega Man 1.
Whew.
And no, nobody's said it yet, so
Very good.
for sure, totally appropriate.
Electric Man.
All right, I'll give it to you. It's Elec Man.
Elect Man.
ELEC. Elec Man.
That's what I meant. Elect Man.
Are you a breast man? No, I'm Elec Man.
I'm Elect Man.
I'm going with Leg Man.
Also,
Oh, that's not right.
Mega Man 1, Elec Man.
Okay.
Right. Oh God. Like I said, oh God. I wish I'd went back and played more Mega Man. Like I said, I played a couple of the first ones because everybody talked about, oh, I love Mega Man, how great it
Terrible
was.
at Mega
Like,
Man.
whatever.
I think I made it through Mega Man 3, and then that was pretty much the last one I played.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them, but it was like, yeah, all right.
I think I touched 3. I don't think I ever went very far into 3.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I already mentioned that one in my head here. Let me see what I was like.
Elements. Elements are good.
Head man. No, it's not right.
Head man.
Head man. Everything just sounds right.
Yeah.
Everything sounds right after a while.
All these are so stupid. It could be anything.
Right.
Like it could be.
Everything sounds right.
Florida Man may as well be in there.
Oh God. There's a guy that walks around town. His name is Rockman, and for some reason I'm thinking.
He walks around town.
He walks around town. No, he's a great guy. He's an interesting character.
Oh,
His name
someone
is,
you know locally.
everybody calls him
you're saying.
Rockman.
Okay, gotcha.
Because he's always outside. He's got a really interesting backstory. Remind me to tell you one day.
They call him Rockman because he's always outside.
Well, no, not because he's outside. Because some other things too. But he's just a well-known entity that haunts the town.
Throwing rocks through your windows. They call him Rockman.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went with. I don't remember a Wind Man, but I've already went with a couple of other elementals, so I'm going to go with Wind Man.
Wind Man. It might be Airman.
Oh, Airman, that's even better. I didn't think about that. Ooh, can I?
Well, you have a mulligan. Let's
see
see what happens.
What do you want?
Oh, shoot. Never second guess yourself. Going with Wind Man.
Yeah,
Never
you
listen
said
to
Wind
Scott.
Man. Yeah, you
Right.
said it. But it's right. Mega Man 6 had a
God.
Windman.
Which one was it?
Windman in Mega Man
All right.
6.
6. Oh,
6.
God.
All right. Wow, we're out of elements almost.
Right. What? So I was trying to go through the 5 elements.
Well, it's
I'm
probably
do
an
we have,
Earthman, or not
do we have the
Earthman.
Bruce Willis.
What is there?
Man?
Is
Bruce
there
Willis
a
man?
Lilu Man?
Right, Lilu Man.
Lilu Dalla Multipass Man.
Love Man.
Let's try to do the Earth thing. There's got to be an Earth one. It's like, what is Earth?
Earthman.
How
It
is
sounds right,
elemental?
right?
Like Lava Man, or that's not my answer. Hold on.
Lava Man.
Oh my gosh, dude. Well, what is like in the middle of the Earth? What do we have in there?
Is there?
Oh, Magma Man would have been fun because it sounds like Mega Man, but it's Magma Man. Magma
That's
Man.
smart. That's smart.
Mega Man. I mean, Magma Man. He doesn't wear a red hat.
Does he exist?
He does exist.
Oh, wow.
Mega Man 9 featured Magma Man.
Completely made that up.
Right. I'm going with Batman. No, I'm kidding. There might be a Batman. There was an Iceman. So I mean,
sure, why not? Probably a Superman in there.
Oh God. All right, so we've already did. We did. Okay, so we did fire, which was Magma, the same. So that wouldn't have even counted. So what element didn't we get here?
That's what I'm thinking. I can't think of it.
Right. Shh.
Oh wait, there's. Oh, sorry.
You did because you said Magma. You said Earthman kind of thing. So
yeah.
I'm going with He-Man.
This episode of Babble Royale brought to you by Coverville, where today on the show we're going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jimi Hendrix's death. Okay, now we can continue on just in case we go all the way into the song.
Right.
Fair enough.
I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm making a joke.
Was that a?
How about Spaceman? I mean, we've worked with time. We worked with. I'm going with Spaceman, even though that sounds stupid. I'm going with Spaceman.
Also pronounced specimen.
Specimen? Yeah, right.
No, there is no space.
There's no space semen? Man, that's too bad. Wait, so now you got a mulligan. He can.
Oh, that's your mulligan.
Oh, I got a mulligan.
Yeah,
Oh, crap. I didn't want the mulligan.
You do have to come up with an answer.
Right. Okay. Let me think. Shh. Quiet. Galaxy Man.
Galaxy Man. Mega Man 9 had your Galaxy.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
me? Are you freaking kidding me? Holy crap!
Absolutely, yes. Gravity or Galaxy.
So
Man,
it wasn't a question of was there a theme for space. It was
There was.
What
just
did they
couldn't get
call
the
it?
the right name for it. Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm just guessing now then. What's around me here?
And how many were there? 80?
85.
85.
All right, there's a fake. You know what? I have a fake plant over here. They probably had some kind of nature man. I'm gonna call him plant man. You know what? Nope. I'm going with nature man. Nature man.
Nature man. Oh, that's
Nature
good.
Man. Should have stuck with Plant Man.
What?
There's a Plant Man, but not a Nature Man.
Okay, I have a mulligan then. Right?
Have you? Did you ever give me a game?
You didn't
that
earn
enemies-
a mulligan.
Wait, did I not? How do you earn
You
one
have
again?
You have to say what game they're from.
You have to earn it.
Shit.
But didn't he guess like one? He said one was like in 7, but did he call it before or after?
No, I had no idea what any of these
Yeah,
are.
I didn't,
Gosh dang it,
No.
dude. Was it really Plant Man?
Yeah, there really is a Plant Man.
That is
Oh
great.
my gosh, I hate this game. This is the worst game that we have
Was there
ever
any
played.
weird like? I feel like with 85
Oh, there's
Mega
absolutely
Man,
some weird ones.
There's gotta be like- there's
Yeah.
gotta be like
Rip-
X-Man or something.
Rip through
latest
these. I want to
numbers.
hear what
Go
we
ahead.
missed.
Rip them through here.
All right.
Acid Man, Air Man. You never got. You
Air
guys never
Man?
got to Air. You
I
did.
said it.
You waffled around it, but you chose Wind
Oh.
Man, and Scott could have taken Air Man. Aquaman, really. Astro Man, Blast Man, Blizzard Man, Block Man, Bounce Man, or Rubber Man in Japan. Bright Man,
Rubber Man.
Burst Man, Centaur Man, Charge Man, Chill Man, Cloud Man, Clown Man, Commando Man, Concrete Man, Crash Man, Crystal Man, Dive Man, Drill Man, Dust Man,
Show me.
Flame Man, not a fire. Oh, there is a fireman, but there's also a Flame Man in Mega Man 6. Flash Man, Freeze Man, Frost Man, Fuse Man, Gemini Man, Gravity Man, Grenade Man, Guts Man, Euro Man or Gyro Man, depending on what it is. If he's food, Hard Man,
Hard Man. Oh
Hard's a
my
hard man to
god.
find. Heat Man, Hornet Man, Impact Man, or Piler Man in Japan. Jewel Man, Junk Man, Magnet Man,
Junk Man.
Metal Man, Napalm Man, Needle Man, Nitro Man, Pharaoh Man, Plant Man. Should have stuck with Plant Man. Plug Man, Pump Man, Quick Man, Ring Man, Search Man, Shade Man, Shadow Man, Sheep Man, Skull Man, Slash Man, Snake Man, Solar Man, Spark Man, Spring Man, Star Man, Stone Man, Strike Man, Sword Man, Tengu Man, Toad Man, Tomahawk Man, Top Man, Torch Man, Tornado Man, Tundra Man, Turbo Man, Wave Man, Wood Man, and Yamato Man.
Top Ray Man.
Did I hear Plug Man in there? At
Plug
some
Man,
point?
totally heard Plug Man. Yes.
What does Plug Man do? All right. The important part of this is that, man, that sucked, and I feel bad.
Man, oh man.
Dwayne, how do you feel about the loss? Are you all right?
I'd like to use my mulligan and choose Scott to start and Brian to win. That work?
Oh, I wish it worked that way. Well, better luck next time. Always good to hear from you, and take care. All right. Dunaway,
So
well
these
done.
prizes will get added to the stack, and next Monday we'll have this and more.
That's right.
For the prizes.
That's right.
All I gotta say is thank y'all for the most laughing I have done in weeks.
Oh,
and
same,
I
dude.
appreciate that.
Same. I needed it. It's a good time today. Even though I lost, I actually feel pretty good about it. It's Brian Dunaway, everybody. Catch him on Film Sack this weekend with us, plus Randy Jordan as we cover the film, the Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, that's right. We're finally getting to it. So check it out this weekend, filmsack.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Brian Dunaway, bye. All right. Well, it's good that you read that thing.
I would have also accepted Manfred Man and Amy Man.
Oh, there you go. Amy Man would have been. She's an amazing Mega Man.
She is a great Mega Man.
Incredible. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will spend some time with our good pal, Tom Merritt. He's great, and he'll be here. And then Recommendals with Nicole. So stick around. Very exciting stuff on the way. Music first, though. Do you have something?
I do. And one quick reminder, there will be a Coverville today.
Either for
This is the morning stream, and we're gonna need a bigger boat.
All right, we're back, everybody. We are back.
Almost a Gin Blossom sound to that one. That's Mercy Music from their brand new album, Nothing in the Dark, and a song called Tuesday, which we're playing on a Wednesday. I know, it's confusing.
I know, it's confusing.
Serious.
Oh, serious. Okay, it's serious.
Something like that. Anyway.
Something like that. All right, we're going to bring Tom Merritt in here. We're going to talk tech. We like to do that on Wednesdays. It's always a good time. Let's play this for him.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That's right. That man in question. He's never in question. Whatever. I don't want to make it sound like something nefarious going on here. Is Tom Merritt joining us all the way from Los Angeles, California, the city of angels. Hello, Tom.
Angeles.
Los
Yes.
Angeles.
Where the sky is blue.
Oh,
today.
hey. That's better than
good.
brown or
It's good
red or
news.
orange.
Yeah, we'll
or
see how
whatever.
long that sticks. But
Yeah.
Does that mean that is it just wind direction changing, or do they have some of the fires under control?
No, it's Hollywood. They painted it. They just-
Oh, okay, good. So it's a set.
Special effects.
Yeah, no, there's a little more containment on the Bobcat fire, since you asked, and which is the close one to us here in the Angeles Mountains. And I think the wind direction is blowing it a little bit away from us. But don't worry, the Santa Ana winds are coming next week, along with 100-degree weather. So it'll flare up again.
Well, that'll be fun.
And that's weather on the threes here on the morning.
There you go. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Let's get some tech out of the way. I feel like the last couple of weeks have been very, especially game side of tech heavy, but just tech heavy in general. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had the whole TikTok saga. We've had the epic Fortnite saga. We've had lots of announcements. Apple did an announcement. Samsung just did an announcement for its fan edition. We had Microsoft Ignite. Google's got an announcement coming up. Amazon's got an announcement coming up. There's Fire TV Stick thing leaked ahead of that tomorrow. Tesla did its battery day. This is the time when everybody sort of piles in and tries to make its announcements ahead of the holiday season.
Yeah.
And COVID-19 has not changed that.
No, it doesn't care. It doesn't seem to matter to it, the virus that is.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I meant instead of everybody saying, well, we're not going to announce anything because everything's, the announcements are going ahead.
Yeah, they're happening no matter what. Sure.
Yeah. And the virus is not buying any of them. You're right.
No, it doesn't care. It doesn't give a crap. Doesn't have the money. Doesn't need the money. Doesn't care.
No.
Just wants inside your warm.
It just wants your
hot
cells.
body. Yeah.
A nice quiet
awesome
place to replicate itself.
I always like Wednesdays because I'm on that episode of the show, so this is always a little bit of a primer for what's going on. What is the hot topic of the day?
Battery day from Tesla will probably be what we talk about a little bit, although there's really not that much out of it. It's not a lot about batteries, and I haven't been digging into it as much. I'll be honest, I'm very excited to talk to you about Havenhurst Dream Place Moorheim thing.
Oh, Havenhurst Dream Place Moorheim.
Dreamhaven. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Moorheim Haven. Welcome to Moorheim Haven, everyone. Yeah,
Heim Haven.
That kind of came out of nowhere. Dreamhaven is a new studio, at least the publishing sort of master company part of the studio, but it actually has 2 sub-studios making games. Think of it as like teams at Blizzard, where Moorheim is the former CEO and founder. This is like that, except they actually have names for these 2 teams. They're actually game development names. But they're filled with old Blizzard people, like a whole lot of people already from Blizzard. This is a little bit like when Rob Pardo took off and started Bonfire Games, which we haven't seen anything out of yet, but similar thing. A lot of Blizzard talent pulled that direction. In this particular case, you got Moorheim at the top of everything, and then you got people like Dustin Browder and Jason Hayes and a whole bunch of other missing in actions. People we didn't know where they went. We now know where they went.
We know where they went. Yeah.
So actually, I have a prediction. I think we'll see a new property out of them sooner than we will out of Bonfire. Bonfire, I don't know what they're doing, but they're just doing it, whatever it is. And they got nothing to show, nothing to announce, and they've been at it for years now. So
would you call it somewhat at this point a Bonfire of the Vanities?
Oh, they made a mistake naming themselves that now that you've said it. Both are based out of
more
Anaheim.
like the book and not like the movie.
Right. Both
I think that's fair.
Not Anaheim, sorry. Irvine-based companies in both cases. But this is significant because a lot of people look at Moorheim as the guy who made Blizzard into what it was. And also was a little vocal toward the end about his frustration with how things had pulled a little too close to what the goals of Activision were and a little far away from what the goals of Blizzard and its culture were. And this sounds like a chance for them. Like the word haven, I think, is not a mistake. I think this is...
Oh, it's a haven for dreams. Yeah,
Yes.
it's that seems really clear, right?
Yeah, they want to make a company that makes games and makes stuff that isn't dependent on...
And the teams are
parent companies.
Moonshot and Secret Door.
Yeah. Moonshot
I mean,
and
the
Secret
studios.
Door.
The
Really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those two will be under that parent company name, and I'm straight up excited about what they do because, there has been a feeling in and around the Blizzard space for a long time now, for a while, and it's pushed a lot of their veteran people out of there. Metzen was one of them. There are many others, including Morheim, where it just got too much about bottom lines and future profits and outdoing last year, and less about, is this game amazing? Did we polish it enough? Is it what we want to put out there in the world? Like those kinds of questions, they seem to want to answer that here. So color me stoked. I think it sounds great.
So I'm sorry for turning this into Tom interviews Scott Johnson, but here's the big question, Scott.
Yeah.
Where does Dreamhaven fit in on, say, a podcast that is devoted to covering Blizzard?
I mean, this you're not the first person to ask this today, and in fact, a couple of people, I can't even say their names, asked me this question because I would get in trouble if I said who it was. But
because they're really hard to pronounce.
The Schminstons.
The Schminstons. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's always been about the content. So if this is the kind of company that goes back to those kinds of roots and pushes content out the way that Blizzard has, generally speaking, then maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's something to think about. Like I thought about this.
And I think it's fair for you to just say, like, I don't know. This is new. We have to decide.
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, I've definitely jumped the gun a couple of times on stuff where I thought we'd have a similar vibe. Like when the Old Republic launched, I went, oh well, this has all the makings and markings of a World of Warcraft kind of environment, which means tons of updates, lots of news, lots of stuff, and they just didn't deliver on that point to make that show viable. And it taught me a lesson. I thought, well, I'm not going to jump so quick next time. We're going to see how things go longer, that sort of thing. And I don't know. This maybe is the closest it's come. Like Bonfire was interesting, but I never once went, can't wait to make a bunch of shows about Bonfire Studios. Like there's something about the cachet that Mike Morhaime brings to it that is at least interesting.
I think, tell me if this is fair, you're going to bring up Dreamhaven on the instance.
Oh, all the time.
How could you not?
Yeah, it's our number one
and so there's a
story
natural path that if they come out with a game that everybody in the Blizzard community, in the WoW community, et cetera, is talking about, you'll probably talk about it there, if nowhere else.
100% guaranteed. This week, our number one story will be this. This news. So
it has to be.
There's no way around it. But what that means for the future, I have freaking no idea. I mean, the instance is 15 years old. You could argue that at some point, something big and new and exciting like this could be a perfectly cool pivot point for us to go, all right, well, we've run our course here. Now it's this. But I don't know. I have no idea.
The instance is, what, twice the age that the town crier was when it launched?
Yes. Yeah, he was 6 years old.
So more than twice, yeah.
And he's 20 now, so put that
2.5 times.
Yeah, it's just weird how that time has gone. But anyway, I don't know. But I am excited because there's some really talented people. Dustin Browder alone, that dude knows how to make video games, and he really knows what he's doing. He's one of the top designers on one of the two teams, or he is the top designer, is basically leading that side.
And those Hearthstone folks, they really pulled off a trick with Hearthstone that even Blizzard under Morhaime didn't expect.
Right.
So you got two of the brains behind that as well.
Yeah, and those guys are big. The guys over at Second Dinner, Ben Brode and those guys, they are very publicly excited about this as well because these are a lot of their old cohorts and friends. Yeah. So what I actually see is pretty healthy. You see a lot of the veterans from all the major parts of the company have all gone off to start things that they want to do. They want to start the Blizzard culture over, is what it sounds like to me. Mm-hmm. And I think they can do that. I think that Blizzard can also still exist in a world like that, but it's easy to get cynical about that, right? It's easy to say, Blizzard. This is,
Right. The knee jerk will be like, you have to pick a side now. And you really don't.
You don't have to. In fact, this is a very good thing, and having these guys spread out means that you're going to have 3 times the game potential out of some of the greatest minds in PC gaming or otherwise in 30 years. So,
I mean, you could look at it as Carter is off doing her own art. You don't have to pick between Carter and Scott.
Yeah.
You can like them both.
Exactly. By the way, she's about to graduate with her games degree thing. And
Oh, cool.
She says, or Kim this morning said to me, she goes, I go, whoa. And this is when I heard the news, like 7 o'clock this morning. She goes, what? And I go, Morheim started a new company. And Kim goes, do you think that one picture I got with me and him on an elevator is enough to get Carter a job? Like, yeah, I'm sure she's a shoe-in now.
Just drop it in the mail.
Yeah, we're going to just make that happen. But anyway,
That's
it's
great.
exciting stuff. We'll obviously follow it and see how things go. But big stuff. And actually, whole year, as weird as this year has been, it's been quite the gaming year so far, especially this last few months.
Yeah, I mean, I also, we've been talking about the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 travails and the inability to get a pre-order because essentially, people are angry and frustrated and why couldn't they have known? And I imagine everyone at Microsoft and Sony was like, we thought we did. And if we had actually known, this wouldn't have happened. But they just weren't prepared. They even though they expected high numbers of pre-orders, they underestimated. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia did the same thing. Looking at Nvidia, Microsoft, and Sony now, in hindsight, you can say, well, why didn't they do a lottery system? Why didn't they do it this way? Why didn't they do it that way? None of them really understood what was happening with COVID-19, how that had multiplied the number of people who would go day one because they're like, man, I got nothing else to do. I've been at home. This is my life. And I need something fun in my world. I'm ordering today. People that maybe would have held off in the past. So maybe there's a little more disposable income amongst a section of the populace that didn't travel, that spent some money that they wouldn't have. But I'm not trying to make excuses. They certainly could have done better. But I also think it's easy after the fact for us to point and go like, see, you should have expected this. I think it's unprecedented, like most of 2020.
Yeah. And also I think there are worse problems to have. Like that level of demand and freak out is a negative for people trying to get in line and having their shopping carts break in the middle of the transaction and all that sort of thing. That sucks for sure. But it indicates strong sales for the products, and it means a good thing for the industry. So, I don't know. To talk about your double-edged sword, that thing is super double-edged.
Dan Ackerman over at CNET has a great story called "How to Avoid PS5 and Xbox Series X Pre-Order FOMO," and he's got a bunch of good points in here. But I think the best one is new consoles inevitably have launch window bugs and breakdowns. Like just wrap your head around the fact that you're letting all these other people deal with first generation problems.
Yeah, that's basically it. I also think we get spoiled sometimes by the likes of, Samsung, Apple, and a few others who've got really, really strong supply chains that are just ready for it most of the time. They've even had their issues too, obviously, but most of the time it's like, ooh, hot new product, giant demand, stores up, buy it. If you were in time, you got it. If you were late, you just didn't get it.
Yeah.
This seems like a huge step back from that. But again, in both their cases, well, in Sony's case, they just kind of sprung it on everybody. They were just like, and they're for sale today. Blah!
Oh, we pushed the button. Sorry.
Right. And Microsoft, if anything, Microsoft deserves more scrutiny in this case, even though I'm more excited about Xbox this round. They deserve a little more scrutiny because they actually had a period of time where they've given the date announcement and knew that on the 22nd at such and such time Pacific, orders are going live. So you'd actually think with that plan, they'd have had things a little bit better covered. But congrats to everybody who picked them up. Well done.
Yep. And everybody's complaining about the bots. The bots are always there. I think about it this way. If you had said right after the launch of the Xbox One and the PS4, like the next generation of consoles will be so popular that both companies will be unprepared for the demand and it will be a worse ordering experience than this time, everyone would have laughed and go, they're not even going to do another generation of consoles. What are you talking about? Nobody's going to buy the next generation of consoles. Yeah. It's all in the cloud now. Yep. So, the direction of our attention was going one way until a lot of things changed. And like you said, they aren't used to that level of demand the way an Apple or a Samsung is.
Yeah. So we'll see probably better stuff from them next time this happens. But also, they'll get more in. It'll trickle in. Yeah. We'll be fine by holidays. Everyone will be good. Don't worry. Also, they were having this problem with the Switch, and the Switch is 2.5 years old. So
there you go.
Good luck.
Right?
everybody.
Yeah. No, that's a really good
This summer,
They
you could
suddenly
get a
had this
Switch.
problem with the Switch out of nowhere, not even on a launch date. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a weird time we all live in. We're all trying to
It is.
escape into our video games. Is what's going on. Anyway, Tom Merritt, always a pleasure. We'll talk more about this and other stories later today on the Daily Tech News Show at 2:30 Mountain Time. Make sure you're there for that. Anything else you would like to mention? Oh, I should mention this real quick. We're putting up Current Geek episode 5 today, which
5?
will.
Oh my gosh!
Can you believe
We're already
that?
at 5.
I know. 5. It's insane. This one's about reality TV, and there is some stuff in here you guys did not know. It helped me understand better why Brian Ibbett over here is super into the reality TV he's into.
Some of it. I mean, there's some of it that I don't care about, but
Well,
yeah, there's
some of it
some
you're
reality
guilty
TV.
pleasure, and I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
the way that they do this, and we have editors and others in this episode that get interviewed that are going to give you guys huge
Very
insight into the world of reality TV. So watch for that a little bit later.
Oh, I can't wait
Yeah.
to listen.
Any of you who have missed hearing my wife, Eileen Rivera's voice on a podcast, she's one of the guests. So check it out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting she was on that one. So, yes, check it out. It'll be later today, right after the show, actually. I'll be putting it up. Tom Merritt, anything else you want to mention today before we go?
Yeah, thanks for doing half my segment today for me. I appreciate that, Scott. And
no problem.
currentgeek.com. I just want to second that. Like, this reality show episode is just one of the fantastic episodes that we have. We've got ones coming up on Mortal Kombat and all the various peripherals and wires and explaining that. Like, I think of a geeky topic, and it's likely to be covered on Current Geek Chronicles. Go check it out.
I agree. Thanks very much, Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, this is a good episode. I like this one.
Cool. I can't wait to hear it.
I love
Being
it.
a reality fan.
Yeah, being the reality
reality.
TV aficionado that you are.
Yes, I can't wait to hear it.
What's really an aficionado? Like, I guess I'm. So you could say, oh, Scott's an aficionado
You're
of
a video game
games.
aficionado.
Sure,
or
Brian's a Marvel aficionado.
Yeah.
Daryl's a Star Trek aficionado. I don't like the word aficionado anymore. It's annoying me to say it. Aficionado.
Aficionado. The more you say it, the worse that thing sounds. The worse that word sounds. Aficionado.
It's another word for Sharknado. Aficionado.
That's right. Aficionado.
You say
Oh
aficionado?
no! Watch out! It's aficionado.
Oh, that'd be so much better if they were just shitty carp and like crappy fish, and they just didn't do anything but slap you and make the place stink. And
Exactly.
That's a better movie.
Goldfish just hit me in the face, but I'm gonna be okay. Thanks.
Better movie. We just wrote a better movie. All right, Nicole, heading in.
Yes. Yeah.
All guns blazing, ready to do a little recommendal time with us, which will be fun. Looking forward to this. So here's her coming in right here. Hey, check it out, everybody. It's Nicole Spag, all the way from her studio/office in beautiful Colorado.
My video works this week.
Yeah, it did. No problem. Came right up. Well done.
So I got one ear on you,
Uh-huh.
one ear on Ava.
Oh,
Yep. Good.
So
you gotta do
I
that.
might need to go if I
Gotcha.
hear.
Gotcha. Her cute new hair. I love her cute new haircut, by the way. It's cute.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And I don't have to like fight with her now to comb it. I'm like-
Yeah, it's right above her ear. It's super cute. She's
Oh,
an
nice.
adorable little kid.
She said to me, "Mommy, I look like a boy." I'm like, "No, you don't. You look like a little
No,
girl
she's like a
with a
girl.
short haircut."
Yeah, cute girl with a short haircut. Girls don't have to have long hair to be girly. Okay, everybody.
No.
Just ask my daughter.
Eschew that stereotype.
Yeah.
Eschew it.
That's falsity.
Shoo-shoo.
That atrocity. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, Nicole, I got a
Hey,
question for
hey.
you. Do your kids watch Bluey? Have you heard of Bluey?
Oh yeah, I recommended Bluey long time ago.
Oh, you did it on this show? Why don't I remember that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yep.
somebody wrote in recommending it. They obviously didn't remember it either and said, oh, you gotta want to check out this Australian show called Bluey.
It's adorable.
Now that you've liked it, okay, I'm checking it out. Watching Bluey.
Yeah.
I can definitely
Super
see why
cute.
you like it.
Yeah. Well, let's do it. Let's do
Let's do it.
recommendals. This is a good time. We like to do these every week. Brian and I and Nicole bring our favorite streaming experiences of the week, and we recommend them to you fine folks at home. Brian, let's start with you. And do you have a
Hold on
setup
just
for
a
this?
second,
Oh,
because
okay.
someone had said as long as it's not a Karen haircut, it's totally a Heron haircut.
Is it
in
a
fact,
A heron haircut?
A heron haircut.
Karen haircut.
I don't
Really
think it is. I don't think it's a Karen haircut at all.
It's adorable, but I want to record her saying, I need to speak with your manager.
Oh,
Right, exactly.
well, you should do that no matter what, because that's just funny.
I am so gonna Yelp about this.
Yeah. Do they even know what Yelp is, the Karens? I don't even know
Oh
if
my
they-
God. It would be the best Halloween costume, I think, ever.
Well, that's awesome. Brian, what's your setup for this first clip here?
First one is it's a new series, and it's hard to find audio clips of this because there's a lot of quiet moments, but I've found a chunk of exposition that kind of sets up what the show is. So
All right, here you go. Enjoy.
if that helps.
This is wild. What? This thing. It's not going anywhere, and it's reversible.
Want to switch again?
You scared?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No,
You
I'm
look
not scared.
Come on, hey. It'd be cool. Be somebody else for a day, right?
I'd be you and you'd be me.
Yeah. For a day.
For a day.
Yeah.
So for a day, then.
For a day. For a day.
What? I have no
Stephanie
idea.
is saying that that this has actually been recommended, which would have had to have been Nicole, because I don't think Scott's seen it, but maybe I'm wrong. This is from Amazon Prime. It's Tales from the Loop.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it. No one recommended it
I'd
yet.
seen the start as
Okay.
well. I saw the first episode. I haven't finished it, but I think we did have a discussion, but no actual recommendal. So someone
Gotcha.
finally watched through it. So well done.
I watched the
Brian.
entire thing, and oh my god, I love this thing. It's like if The Leftovers and Stranger Things had a baby.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
cool. A little bit of.
I still
little
need
bit
to
of,
finish Leftovers.
Well, you got to.
Oh.
Okay, so the coolest thing about it, in my opinion, is it was the inspiration from this thing came from Simon Stollenberg
Stollenhag.
or
Yeah,
Stollenhag, is it?
Mm-hmm.
This artist
Simon
who does
Stollenhag. Yeah.
amazing freaking art, and I've followed his stuff for years. And when I saw the first trailer from this, I'm like, boy, this sure looks like his paintings. Turns out,
Yeah.
totally is.
It's him all over. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's got a book that came out years ago, and a lot of the imagery. Now that I've seen the show, I want to get that book because I see photos from the book. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing in this. Oh, and that's a thing in this, and that's a thing in this.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Like it's a combination of all these cool things. Like number one, it's vague as to where this show takes place. It's vague as to what time, when this show takes place. Kind of 80s-ish in probably America, but who knows?
Yeah. It looks kind of 50s to me at some point, and then later
there are some points, yeah.
It's really hard to pin the timing down. It's weird.
Mercer, Ohio. So PC Rum, it's supposed to take place in Mercer, Ohio, but it's who knows when this thing's taking place. PC Rum says it's 20 miles from him. It's got Rebecca Hall, you know her as the woman that betrays Tony Stark in that Extremis Iron Man movie.
Oh,
was
yeah.
that 2? No, that was 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 was Whiplash. And also Jonathan Pryce, one of the 2 popes. is in this as well as the founder of the Loop.
He's so cool. Oh,
he can do no wrong. Little Bird or Little Sparrow from Game of Thrones. It's excellent. It's really, really good. And the storylines, you get like 8 vignettes. In some cases, you don't know how they connect, and you'll see the same characters in some of them, but you don't get storylines connecting until later on, or tangentially. It's really, really cool. The whole show is just so beautiful, and the music is like The Leftovers. Is that really, really cool kind of acoustic piano soundtrack and stuff. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Tales from the Loop on Amazon Prime, and highly, highly recommend. Tina and I just both loved it.
Yeah, it's completely my jam. Here's the other thing I'll say about it. Actually good kid actors. And that's a big deal.
Really good kid actors. God, the kid who plays Cole, Duncan Joyner.
Yeah,
is,
really good.
He's so good.
That makes
He's
a
just
giant
really-
difference for me in things. Just
Yeah, totally does.
It's my
Without a
only. If I have one complaint about a previous recommendation, which was Raised by Wolves, which I love, the kid actors aren't very good. Some of them, and it's my only complaint. Like a good kid actor in a movie changes everything. Even though I know
for sure
that Hollywood's going to spit them out the back end like an old turd by the time they're done with them, and I know they're going to get treated bad. I just know it. It's a very negative way to look at this, but a good kid actor can make it all good again.
It totally can. Yeah, and especially when so much of your story revolves around kids and their discoveries and their experiences, it takes you right out of it if it's some, thin performance of like, oh no, we need to go to the forest now.
Yeah.
If they can't pull it off. So
which is, it shares that quality with Stranger Things, I think. Good
Absolutely.
Kid actors make
All
a
right.
giant difference. So
let's jump to my second one just to get some time here.
Sure.
And the setup on this one is the audio you're going to hear is not from the show itself, but it's from the thing that this show is based on. And very specifically, as you listen to this, I want you to listen to a cough.
Okay.
In the audio, just a cough.
All right. This is Brian's visit to his doctor, checking his prostate.
Turn your head and cough. Exactly.
All right, here we go.
Jack, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to step down from coaching the team.
Nope.
Oh, did
me.
I? No, that's not it. That's like my thing from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, hold on. That's the other one in your shared. It says 2.
Today at 9:01 a.m. is the one I posted.
I must have grabbed it right as you were doing it.
Maybe.
Not a big deal. I can put the other one in. All right, here it is.
I'm not going to recommend The Way Back again
right.
for the second or third time.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, I'll play it for real. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome back to the second part of tonight's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire this Tuesday night. Just before the break, Major Charles Ingram here was on £16,000. He had his 3 little girls hanging on his every syllable at home. He was given this question. He didn't have to play this. Who had a hit UK album with Born to Do It, released in 2000? He had Coldplay, Top Loader, A1 or Craig David. He said his own words, he'd never heard of Craig David. Used a 50-50. Coldplay and Top Loader went. He then went for A1. Then because... I actually rather lost the plot of his thinking then, but basically because he reckons most of his guesses are 80% wrong, he changed his mind, knowing he'd lose £15,000 if he gave me the wrong answer, and went for Craig David, who he'd never heard of. You just won £32,000.
All right, I forgot that I edited out the his thought process because that was taking so long, but I gave you just the end. So this is the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay.
And there was a big scandal with this guy, Charles Ingram, who was on the show and was floundering. First night, he's like having the worst time. And he's even in the 4 easy questions, the earliest 4 questions, he uses up 2 of his lifelines.
Oh my God.
So it's like, oh, great. What a waste.
Yeah.
He comes back the next day and goes on a tear through all of the other questions all the way up to £1 million. And they're like, wow, how did this guy overnight go from being kind of an idiot to being, really, really good at this show? And then an audio engineer listened to his game again and heard, as he's going through the answers, he's like, all right, well, I never heard of Craig David, so I don't think that's it. I'm pretty sure it's A1, but let me go through these answers. Coldplay, A1, Steps, or Craig David.
Oh, you hear somebody cough in the audience. No way.
You hear somebody cough in the audience.
Oh.
And on a bunch of these questions, somebody did this and like gave him the correct answer. Like it was specifically one person that kind of gave him the correct answer, and they didn't pick up on it until afterwards. But he went through. There was a whole trial. There was a whole arrest,
trial?
a trial, and an arrest
Over coughing?
No,
Yeah.
over cheating. It's
over
not the
cheating
coughing,
because
it's
it was
cheating.
£1 million this guy took from Celadon.
Yeah, because the
Entertainment.
cough was the indication that was the right answer, and so he cheated.
Oh, he coughed at the right answer.
Yeah, the
okay.
guy in the
I was
audience.
thinking he was like, hey.
Oh yeah, no. no, but at one point, one of the coughs is no. Like,
Really?
the audience. No.
Oh my gosh, I need to see this. So it's a documentary then.
It's not a documentary. It's a dramatization.
Okay.
What's it
presented
called?
So well.
What's
It's
it called?
called Quiz.
Quiz.
It's 3 hours long. So 3 1-hour episodes, and it stars I don't have the list in front of me, but it stars the guy from Succession who plays Tom, who is awesome as the main guy, Charles Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Michael Sheen as the game show host, as Chris Tarrant.
Love him.
It's got Sean Clifford, who you know as the sister on Fleabag, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's sister.
Oh, that poor sister. Oh,
Yeah, that poor sister, exactly.
I feel bad for her sometimes.
And one of my favorite people, Aisling B, who was Paul Rudd's wife in that cloning series from a year back on
Netflix. Yeah.
On Netflix, and she's just adorable, and I love her accent. And Aisling, is that how it's pronounced? Icor Aisling B. Anyway, it's Quiz. It's on AMC, so if you have access to AMC through your cable provider, you can stream it from their app. It's also available on Tubi, I believe, for free if you just want to go. I think Tubi's the one where you get commercials, right?
Tubi gives you commercials,
Yeah,
although I
so.
think you can pay for a.
So if you can take a few commercials, then that's fine. Oh yeah, Matthew McFadden or Fadian. He is great. He's Mr. Darcy in the Pride and Prejudice from 2005.
So you said a cloning show?
Yeah, you remember the Paul Rudd cloning?
I don't know, but it made me think of Michael Keaton in that horrible movie.
Oh, Multiplicity?
Oh, Multiplicity. Some people love that. They want us to film sack that movie.
We should absolutely film sack that. I can't remember the name of the Paul Rudd thing from like a year ago on Netflix.
Cloning.
Yeah,
Rudd.
he
Yeah, I
he
don't
goes
know.
to some spa thing and he gets cloned, and then and then wakes up as his clone, living with yourself. And,
okay.
Goes back and hooks up with his wife. His clone hooks up with his wife. And,
Oh, jeez.
man, everybody in the chat room just. Anyway, this is called Quiz. It's excellent, and it is. It's so cool. There's so much more that I didn't tell you about how they pull this thing off, including pagers and other ways of cheating, and how they totally gamed the system with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Well,
there you go.
I'm all in. I love. There's an old movie called Robert Redford directed called Quiz Show from the 90s.
Quiz Show, sure.
Love that movie. Similar,
But that was an inside job, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate game show cheating and scandals, but I love movies about game show cheating and scandals.
Exactly.
Did they ever do a Press Your Luck one?
Yeah, yes. Well, they never did a dramatization, but the guy who figured out the whammy pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a documentary about that on Amazon Prime.
Well,
and then the guy who, the Price is Right guy who hung out in the audience.
Oh, I recommended that one. That was awesome.
Yes, so good.
I loved it.
Well,
the man who knew too much, or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's my clip. This is a TV series. It is a drama. I've hinted before that I really liked it, and that's all I'll say. This is on HBO. I'll say that. So enjoy. This actually came out last year, but I finally caught up and watched the whole thing. Here you go.
Howie Solomon would probably fire me as a client if he knew I was talking to you.
Well, it's the same on my end. You have any idea what the DA would do to me?
Tell me why you're here.
The van with the New York plates is still troubling me.
The van I've never seen before in my life. The last time I was in New York was 16 years ago for my honeymoon.
No, I didn't know that.
All right. Any guesses?
Well, I know it. I know it because you posted this on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a little too hard for me to keep it under control because I freaking loved it. All right, so it's The Outsider on HBO, which is on HBO Max. If you have Max,
Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King adaptation of the same titled book. One of his books I just haven't read. I've read almost everything Stephen King's ever written, but I haven't read The Outsider. It is clearly and very much a Stephen King thing. All the way through all 10 episodes, I was like, man, I just watched some Stephen King, and in the best way possible. I really, really liked it. Way more than I expected, and I went in thinking I would like it. Those people you heard right there were Bill Mendelsohn. You know him as an Australian actor who fools everyone into thinking he knows all the other accents better than his own. But he sounds like a Georgia detective there, and you'd never know it unless you knew. But he's also in, oh my gosh, my brain just went dead. Star Wars, Rogue One. He's the bad guy in Rogue One. Very, very good in that. He's good in everything. Bill Mendelsohn is an international treasure. He's amazing. And he's in this, and he's great. Bill Camp, Jeremy Robb. The other person you heard in there was Justin Bateman. And he's not in this very long. I don't want to spoil anything, but he's not in this super long, but it's enough to once again remind me, Ozark is like this too. He is so good. He's a co-producer on this series as well. So he's got a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on, but man, he's good in this. And the whole story is basically there's been a horrible crime committed, and Mendelsohn, who plays Ralph Anderson, is a detective, and him and the police department are trying to figure out what happened. And what happened looks very obvious. They have tons of evidence of who it was. They arrest that person for doing it. It all looks pretty straightforward, but then other evidence starts to show up that contradicts it. There is a supernatural element in this, but part of the story is everyone trying to get their head around whether it's supernatural or not. Obviously, Ralph Anderson is very slow to believe any of that stuff. He's sort of a meat and potatoes kind of police guy. The thing that they're trying to go after is one of the creepiest King things I've read. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd put this entity, the Outsider, I'd put this up against things like his worst villains in like The Stand or Dark Tower. Like it's that kind of stuff. And it really marries his more recent. He's done a lot of stuff recently with like just straight up detective stuff.
Did you watch Castle Rock?
Not all of it yet. I saw a part of it, and then for no reason, I liked it.
There's two seasons, two separate seasons. So the first season is the Shawshank Redemption one, which ties into the whole why things are so weird,
right,
in his world,
right.
And then the second one is like a prequel to Kathy Bates' Misery,
right. Which I'm totally down for. I just haven't gotten around to it. I just need to watch that stuff and just get it in. But
have you read The Institute, the book?
Yes, I have read The Institute. It's fantastic.
I read that so fast. I don't think I've ever read a book that fast before.
It was really good. And this is people making a Stephen King adaptation that know what they're doing. So you're not going to get Pet Sematary here or any of the other crappy adaptations. You know, Cujo's an amazing book, but that movie was not great. You know, that's the story of Stephen King's career. People given the keys to the car who don't know how to drive it.
It's so funny to me because that earlier stuff kind of cornered him as horror for many people.
Yeah.
And so there was a post on Facebook, and the woman's like, "Oh, I don't like scary stuff." I'm like, but not really.
I mean, some of it is, but you know,
some of it is, but like most of it isn't.
Right. Most of it's psychological. A lot of it's just straight up, like
especially his short stories, like 4 seasons. I mean, you have the Body, which got turned into Stand By Me. Like all of that stuff is weird. But
I mean, Brian and I are on the record that, you know, take in a world without Mad Max Fury Road, my favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption. Like it's just, if you know how to make a Stephen King thing work, then you should be given the keys. Nobody else should. These guys did a killer job. I loved every second of it. You might argue that by episode 7 or 8, some of it meanders a bit, and by that I mean they're just sort of dancing around what is ultimately going to happen at the end. I was totally fine with that because I didn't want it to end. I liked it that much. And by the way, one of the greatest actors in this thing is Cynthia Erivo, I think is how you say her name. She plays Holly Gibney. Yeah, Erivo, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She plays Holly Gibney in this. You know her from Bad Times at the El Royale. She was the Darlene Sweet, I think was her name in that. If you've seen Harriet, she's the star of that. She's a British actress, but once again proves that British people do accents better than we do, and she doesn't sound British at all. But she's kind of clairvoyant and autistic, and has a bunch of stuff that's like about her behavior that makes everybody get a little bit uncomfortable. But she's the one that kind of cracks this whole case and works with Mendelsohn to get it done. She's fantastic. All the bit players are fantastic. I love The Outsider. If you don't like dark psychological thrillers, maybe this isn't your jam. But if anything I just mentioned sounds good, The Outsider is top shelf. I loved it.
We'll say
It
the
is really
trailer to it makes it look like it's super, super, super scary.
And it's not really. It's not.
Yeah.
And it's a
creepy,
shame.
but not scary. It's funny.
Yeah.
I'm amazed I didn't recommend all this because we watched this back. I was looking back at my notes and we watched this back in February or March, and
I didn't know
I'm
you'd seen
amazed that I didn't recommend it.
Yeah, it seems like a thing that we would have heard from you. You have a lot of stuff you
absolutely.
watch though, and remember,
And
March
if I
was
don't write
like,
it down in my list, then sometimes I
forget about it.
March was just like blah. Let's eat it all in March. Like we were all watching.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's things I haven't talked about, but yeah, I can't recommend
This
it
is
enough.
really,
and
really good.
the other note I was going to say was the music in it. If you like the way devs did their music, it's a lot like that. And I'm really into that. Like the music makes things so much creepier in this movie, and it's just awesome. So anyway, it's The Outsider. Nicole, what did you bring?
Here's my clip.
Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime.
All
It's
right.
a movie.
Scrolling
All
down
right.
so I don't see
I
it.
loved it.
Okay.
Somehow I missed it.
High
There you go.
expectations. All right, here we go. Hit and play.
Hey, are we safe in here from doomsday? I mean, are these walls fortified with anything? Those people are animals.
I just want clean water.
Well, then they can get a job and pay for water like the rest of us.
Justin Robert Young in
like
this film.
that? You one of those bleeding heart types? Well, hey, cops kill poor people kill cops. That's the circle of life. Hakuna Matata.
Easy for the robots swimming in your Alta Canal. Take one in an hour, and then after that, you can go.
All right. Hey, my TV's broken. I want to watch the riots.
Has an old one in the game room. It's hardwired. It should be working.
All right, no idea, but I know these
All right.
actors.
Oh, you need to finish the clip. Finish the
All
clip.
right, well, usually this is like a whole minute and a half. All right, hold on. Let me play it. Here we go.
Hang on. You want me to go out there with the criminals?
Hakuna Matata, buddy.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay. That's where it ends.
There.
Is that okay? So Charlie Day, I recognize. Is that true?
Yeah, that's Charlie Day.
Okay,
You
and then I
recognize the
think
woman?
the other one is Helen.
Nope.
Mad About You. Oh no.
Frick.
Begins with a J.
Jimmy Von Juby Jew. I don't know. What is it?
Jodie Foster.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Who's the director of Tales from the Loop, by the way.
Oh,
no
yeah.
way. Really? Well, that's
All
cool.
comes full circle, yeah.
All right. Well, what
All
is
right,
this
so
thing?
you heard Jodie Foster. She plays. She doesn't have a name. She's just the nurse. And then Charlie Day is one of the criminals she is taking care of. This is called Hotel Artemis.
Oh.
And
I've never
it
seen that
came
name.
out. When did it come out?
2018.
2018. So yeah, you can watch this on Amazon Prime. I loved it. It's set in the future. You heard kind of the premise. There's a lot of riots going on outside because this is a future world where water is scarce and you have to pay for it. And they just shut off the water, free water, to the city. And so everybody's rioting. This also stars Zachary Quinto.
Oh, Zachary Spock. Okay.
Jenny
Spock.
Slate,
Yeah,
Jeff
Je-
Goldblum, Sterling K. Brown. He's awesome
great.
in it.
Dave
Sophia-
Batista. What is Dave Batista doing in there? Is he?
Oh,
is he
so there was
good?
another clip I was going to share with you.
Yeah.
He is the nurse's orderly. So he's with Jodie Foster, and it's such a cool relationship between the two of them. Jodie Foster turns into this little old woman, and she has her little slippers, and she's going up. And the hotel itself is a hospital fix 'em up place for criminals, but you have to have a membership to get in, and there's like this whole protocol and everything, again, futuristic, where they can scan and see the guns and 3D print everything. It was I just really enjoyed the movie.
Kind
It
of
was-
Blade Runner-y era type stuff. Would you say?
I think Blade Runner might be even a little bit more futuristic.
Okay.
So
Oh, Sophia Boutella, who's the black and white makeup woman from Star Trek Beyond and Atomic Blonde.
She's the mummy.
badass.
She's great. I like her
She
a lot.
is, yeah.
I loved
The
it.
Mummy. The Mummy.
Yeah, the mummy.
It was just one of those movies that when I think I saw the preview, I was like, oh, I want to watch that. And then I forgot about it. And it was just I don't know. I don't know why I didn't see it.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
but
The
I didn't see
reviews on IMDb are a little low, but if you're giving me the green light here, I'll check it out. It sounve like something I'd like. I mean, everything you've described sounds like something I'd like, and this cast is crazy. This is an amazing cast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's funny. I remember seeing the name of this, and for whatever reason, it just slipped by, and I never checked it out. But it feels like something I would have checked out.
Yep.
Just with the sci-fi aspect and the futuristic aspect, and
Because I was thinking, well, maybe it wasn't. I mean, it's not epic, awesome, but it was a fun movie to watch, and I really enjoyed following the characters along. And I actually wanted more, like the backstory of how you get a little bit of the backstory of how the hotel's created, but that hotel is just seeing some weird crap, and I would love to dive into the hotel more.
Well, maybe they'll get a sequel. You never know.
So there you go.
All
Hotel
right,
Artemis, Amazon Prime.
Nice
it's
pick.
fun.
Here's the deal. If you want these and all recommendations we've made today, you follow Nicole on Twitter over there at Nicole Spag, and she'll tweet them out. She'll say, hey, guess what they were and where they were at? And you'll go, whoa, that's helpful because I don't remember when they said it. So go follow her, Nicole Spag.
That's me.
Nicole, have a fantastic week.
Hey, I posted my cinnamon rolls recipe on my Twitter account too. So if you're, there you go. It's in a Google Doc. I even put pictures in there.
Nicole wants us all.
nice.
to
Where did
die.
you put them
On Twitter? I think it's like my last tweet.
Was it?
Cool. I'm grabbing it right now.
I see that you follow me, Brian.
Yeah.
Listen, I do follow you, but I look at Twitter like once a day.
I'm giving you a hard time. Twitter
But now I'm
decides
gonna
what Twitter
unfollow
wants
you
to show
because
you.
of that.
there you
Perfect. Well, Nicole Spag, everybody, have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was fantastic. I do want to see that. This seems like my kind of jam. Charlie Day. I like him and weird stuff.
I know the haircut was the last thing she tweeted. This was 2 days ago. So
yeah, what is
get
she
off
talking
my
about?
back, woman.
Get off my digital lawn. All right. That's it for the show. A quick fan service. We're running a little late, but I'll do it anyway. Here we go. Right here.
Fan
Service! This is from G. Who wrote in. G. Says, first off, the fan part. Instance was the first podcast I ever listened to regularly, starting around episode 15, and discovered Coverville at CV500. So, of course, I was a day one TMS listener and cheap level patron backer for several years now. Don't worry, they're all cheap. Don't feel bad. So I almost never get to listen live, but I still feel like I'm a part of the tadpole, and you definitely are when you feel that way. Thanks for this positive geek culture and community. Now my creation to promote. So I designed a game called Fickle that came out last year. In Fickle, you attempt to build an alliance of mischievous fairy families using trickery and sabotage. Each round, you play one card from a stacked deck made by an opponent who may be helping you or tricking you. Also features some great art and from fantasy artist Amy Brown. I got some good reviews like Seal of Approval from Dice Tower. It's fast and fun and has tons of replayability. It looks good and is easy to teach. It's just a really solid production. Fickle was modestly successful on Kickstarter. After fulfilling the backers, the publisher was going to sell the rest of the copies at conventions this year. Well, that isn't going to happen. So, if this sounds fun to you guys, you can play up to 6 players, 15 minutes a game, piece of cake, light, playful fun, thinky, tactical, depending on who you play with. Contact him, and he'd be happy to virtually teach you and your friends how to play. It's free if you have TTS. TTS is Tabletop Simulator, right? It says, contact me via Twitter DM. Those DMs are open. Headcrafted Picks, P-I-X. That's Headcrafted Picks on Twitter. Or Geekmail if you're on the BoardGameGeek.com site and you're looking for his username there. Just look up Fickle and click on the designer, Glenn Cotter. That's me. Thanks again. G. Oh, and is it too early to get the ship's phasers with bacon cheddar ranch?
Jeez.
Let's test the ship's phasers.
Whoa.
What?
Nope, that's not it. Hold on. I can.
Let's test the ship's phasers.
The tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch.
Where's the sandwich? Oh, no. Where's the sandwich?
Oh, I'm doing a bag of salad.
No.
It's like I virtually answered your question.
Oh, here it is.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich.
There you go. One big jammed up mess there. Thank you, G. And if you guys have your own fan services you want us to mention on the show, send them to themorningstream@gmail.com. All right.
Nice. I think we almost need is it too early to get a bacon cheddar Santa Cruz Bacon Cheddar Ranch. Like we need a lot of mashups of these.
Jamie, you got no time, or you have all the time in the world. Just go do it.
You'll have no vaccine, no treaty, and a caveman.
There's some good ones in here.
There are. We need to commission these.
Not bad.
Very good.
Should we do a song? Let's do a song.
Let's do a song. I was almost going to just jump right to it. I didn't know if you had anything else.
No. I got nothing else. Oh, I should say a new Skim went up yesterday. People want to check that out. It was a fun one. Skim is the podcast. It's the Scott and Kim Show. You can find it over at frogpants.com/Skim. And don't forget Coverville today. We didn't get a chance to mention it for real. What time? 1 o'clock. And what are you doing today
1
again?
p.m. Mountain Time at twitch.tv/Coverville. And definitely check out Skim. Awesome podcast. Not a great kind of milk.
No, terrible milk. It's blue
Terrible
and
milk.
see-through. It's semi-transparent. Don't drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian, now we should lay into this song. What do you got for me?
Let's lay into the song. This is great. This is like one of the